Well, good afternoon, YouTube. This is your Daily Stoic with your host, Jeffrey. Be careful what you wish for, McCabe. I'll just do the quick little rant here. So if you know my story, if you're from my Facebook world, or if you've listened to parts of it here, my journey through sobriety has been absolutely amazing. Although super freaking boring at times. You know, like if your whole life was, smoking weed and drinking beers and whatever. It wasn't my whole life, but that's what you do, right? Like, I don't know how else to explain it. That's how we grew up, Oh, I'm gonna go see Philly. We're gonna have a couple beers, whatever. It's been really, sobriety's been kind of boring at times, lonely at times. And all of a sudden, the last couple weeks, I guess springtime too, right? Coming out of the winter, but like, man, I went out with my homie for dinner. I went to the karaoke bar. I went out with a homie on Friday, and then I went out last night. I was out Friday and Saturday till like 2-something in the morning. Had the kids both the days after. I didn't drink. Oh, I did have 2 real beers yesterday, if we're being honest. But shout out to all my Notre Dame homies. We got together last night. Not a celebration of life officially, but there's a few friends that got together to sort of reconnect and pay some respects to our good friend Billy Douglas, who passed away, I don't know, 10 or 11 days ago. But I did have 2 real beers, but one, it was like in the beginning of the night, one later. Not a huge deal in my sobriety journey. Alcohol wasn't really the thing. But anyways, exhausted, man. And what I mean by like, be careful what you wish for. It's like, man, all the nights I was bored and I just read and whatever. Like, this isn't it either. I go to bed at 9 o'clock. I'm old. I'm so tired. And I haven't been to the gym. I'm like, oh, all right, this is what fast-paced life is living like. So, anyways, this is your Daily Stoic. As always, reading the Daily Stoic, 366 Meditations on Wisdom, Perseverance, and the Art of Living by Ryan Holiday and Stephen Hasselman. I don't know what day it is. This is the 16th. I had to look what day it was. That's how tired I am. If you don't know what Stoicism is, as I say every single time, go ahead and Google it. Do some research. It might change your life. We're going to get right into it, and I'll do the breakdown after and see how it goes. March 16th. That scared part of you. Hold sacred your capacity for understanding, for in it it is all. That our ruling principle won't allow anything to enter that is either inconsistent with nature or with the constitution of a logical creature. It's what demands due diligence, care for others, and obedience to God. Marcus Aurelius, Meditation 3.9. I'm going to read that again if you don't mind. Hold sacred your capacity for understanding, for in it is all. That our ruling principle won't allow anything to enter that is either inconsistent with nature or with the constitution of logical creature. It's what demands due diligence, care for others, and obedience. Marcus Aurelius, Meditations 3.9. I love Marcus's writings. Even sometimes like the way, because it's old, right? And then it's translated from Greek. Was he wrote? Anyways, pretty sure he wrote in Greek. See, I'm not that great of a scholar. Anyways, let's read what they have to say about it and I'll break it down. The fact that you can think, the fact that you can read this book, the fact that you are able to reason in and out of situations, all of this is what gives you the ability to improve your circumstances and become better. It's important to appreciate this ability because it's a genuine ability. Not everyone is so lucky. Seriously, what you take for granted, others wouldn't even think to dream of. Take a little time today to remember that you're blessed with the capacity to use logic and reason to navigate situations and circumstances. This gives you the unthinkable power to alter your circumstances and the circumstances of others. And remember, with that power comes responsibility. Man, how true is that? I think of that like when I think about my family. I think about the fact, we were talking last night, we were talking with a gentleman on the street, and there was, a few of us there that have known each other since kindergarten, right? And we're talking to these 2 guys. One of the guy had some of those friends. He's like, I have friends that I've been close with, or I have friends that I've known my entire life. And the other guy was saying he doesn't. He's like, man, I don't have anybody I've known since that age. Like, nobody. And I've met a lot of people like that didn't have that, you know, whether they moved around a lot or they just didn't stay in contact or they weren't that close. Like, we have a core group of friends, and although through adulthood we're not that close, but when we see each other, when we hang out, I don't know if that light makes it better. When we see each other and we hang out, we're like, yeah, I've known this guy since I was 4 years old, right? All through school. Those connections last a lifetime. They might, you know, we might not be as close. We might not keep up every day. Some do, some don't, right? There's different branches of relationship. But so grateful to have something like that, right? And you never know when those friendships might bubble back up, or you might need somebody, or, you know, like, oh, out of nowhere, this person I've known for 36 years is now here by my side, you know, at my wedding, or helping me with this, or unfortunately, you know, when we reunite for someone's death, it's super unfortunate, but we still have that. And, you know, shout out my boy Billy, man, Billy Douglas. He was my first best friend, and he's the one who just passed away. And it's like, man, I know we were reminiscing memories, but all I was saying is, like, things you take for granted, especially when you think about, if I think about my own position, I've been through a lot of stuff. I've done a lot of stupid stuff. I've made some terrible choices with my drug use, or my drinking, or my smoking pot, whatever you want to call it. But I've always had the ability to kind of pull back and get better. Now I'm on this new journey where I'm like better than ever, and really, really trying. You know, really, really trying. And some people just don't have that for many different reasons. Whether they did too much drugs and mentally they might never be quite the same, or they don't know how to quit the drugs and they can't get away from it, or they don't have the support systems that I was lucky enough to have, right? So, like, the ups and downs of even just quitting marijuana, as silly as it sounds, the ups and downs of that mental roller coaster. On the down parts, like, this sucks, life sucks, blah, blah, blah. But I have the ability to come out of that, you know, and I have to remember how lucky I am to have that. Like, some people are not so lucky. That's what that book said. So, or that's what that reading was getting at. And it's like, yeah, gratitude is a very, very important part of life. And if you're lucky enough to still have your faculties, and Mel B's calling me again. I'll call you back, Mel. If you still have your faculties and your ability to reason and your ability to think and read and write, be thankful for that and use it for the greater good. I think it's what the final point of that would be. It comes with responsibilities, which means go do your job, go do your life, and try to bring good to the world. That is a great lesson from the Stoics. I love you guys. I'll catch you tomorrow. Peace.